How are you? I hope you're good. I hope that you've been practicing your retell of the Gingerbread Man. Now, normally we run a story over 2 weeks, but next week's a little bit exciting and a little bit different. We've got a couple of extra things happening next week. So we're having to squash the Gingerbread Man into 1 week. So if you would like to, you might want to pause the video now and have a little practice at retelling the story. See if you can remember all of the actions. See if I can remember all of the actions. I hope I can. And just have a little bit of a practice. But if you have had a chance to practice that retell, then let's dive straight into some story mapping. So for today's lesson, you will need a piece of paper, a pencil, colouring pencil, it's up to you. I'm going to be using my trusty whiteboard, and you're going to need that nice S shape or backwards S shape to do your story on. Please excuse my whiteboard, the back of my whiteboard, as my daughter got hold of it and scribbled on it with a felt tip pen. So if you wonder why it looks like that, no, I haven't gone freestyle. My daughter's had a go, but hey, that's the reality of the situation that we're in, working from home, isn't it? So get your paper ready, your S shape ready, grown-ups, if you could draw that, and let's dive straight in. Everything? Brilliant. So let's remind ourselves of the 3 parts to a story. Now this is the 3rd story map that we've done virtually. So I wonder if you can remember it now by yourself. So what is the first part of a story called? Can you remember? Can you tell your grown-up? Give you a clue, it begins with B. It's the beginning. Okay, right, extra points then. What normally happens in the beginning of a story? Do you know? Pause the video and have a little talk, see if you can remember. Got it? So in the beginning of a story, that is when we normally meet the people who are in it. So we call that the characters. So in the beginning of a story, we meet the main characters in our story, the most important people in our story. Maybe not all of them, but we do meet most of them, okay? We also find out the setting. So we find out where that story is happening, the setting. We find out whether it's taking part in a haunted house, whether it's taking part under the whether it's happening under the sea, whether it's happening in the clouds, okay? We find out this setting. And then we also find out the dun 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 moment, the problem, the thing where everything starts going wrong, where everything starts going crazy, the one thing that starts this story off, that stops this just being a normal day. Okay, so in the beginning of a story, we meet the characters, we find out where the story is happening, the setting, and we find out the problem, the moment that makes everything go a little bit crazy. Okay, so let's listen to the retell of the story at the beginning of the story and see if we can hear those 3 things. Ready? Okay. Once upon a time, there lived an old man and an old woman. They lived in a sweet little cottage near the river. One day, the old woman made a gingerbread man. He had currants for eyes, a cherry for a nose, and a cheeky smile. She put him in the oven to bake. When he was done, she opened the door and whoosh! He leapt right out of the window. Did you hear those 3 parts in the beginning? Did you hear the main characters? Did you find out where they lived? And what was that dun 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 moment? When did things start to go a little bit funny? Get your story map then, and let's get drawing. So, who are those main characters? There was an old and his Oh, wow. Hope your drawings are better than mine. And where did they live? They lived in a little, and it was by the, and what did she make? She made a, oh, these are harder to draw than I thought. And what did he do? He jumped right out of there. Oh my. Pause the video if you need more time to do your drawings. Shall I show you mine? Okay, let's have a look. So once upon a time, there was an old man and an old woman. They lived in a sweet little cottage by the river. One day, they decided to bake a gingerbread man. But when she opened the oven, he jumped right out of the window. Oh my goodness. Can you tell your grown-up who the main characters are in the story? Can you tell your grown-up where the story is set? And can you tell your grown-up the dun 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 problem moment in today's story? Pause the video if you need more time to talk. Ready then? We've done the beginning of our story, so now it must be time for the, what's it called? That bit in the middle of a story. What's the bit in the middle of a story called? Oh yeah, the middle. Of course. What happens in the middle of a story? Can you remember? How many of those happen? What can they be like? Remember? In the middle of a story, we have 3 events. It doesn't always have to be 3, it could be more or it could be less. But in these types of stories, it's normally 3. 3 events. An event is something that happens, whether that's something funny, something silly, something scary. It's an event that happens as a consequence of our problem. So something that wouldn't normally happen if we hadn't have had the problem earlier. Let's listen to the story then and see if we can figure out what the 3 events are in this story. Are you ready? So when he was done, she opened the door and whoosh, he leapt out of the window. Okay, right. Stop! I want to eat you, yelled the old woman. The gingerbread man ran on, shouting, "Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." Then the gingerbread man met a cow. "Stop! I want to eat you," said the cow. The gingerbread man ran on, shouting, "Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." Then the gingerbread man met a horse. Got the sign for horse there. "Stop! I want to eat you," neighed the horse. The gingerbread man ran on, shouting, "Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man." Did you hear it? What were the 3 events that happened? What were the 3 people and what did they do? And then let's draw our pictures then. So the old, and then what did she shout? I'm going to draw a speech bubble actually, because we did speech bubbles in our writing activity this morning, didn't we? So I wonder if you can draw that speech bubble shape. And what did she shout? She shouted, "Stop!" And then they met a, oh, what was that animal? Oh my goodness, I've got no idea how to draw it. This Doesn't look like a cow. And what did the cow shout? He shouted, can you put it in the speech bubble? And next, he met her. Oh, wow, that's not a great drawing either. And what did he shout? And what did the gingerbread man do the whole time? What was he doing? Wow. Okay, pause the video if you need more time to do your drawings. I should have taken more time on mine anyway. Have you got it? Have you got the 3 events that happen in the middle? Well, I hope your drawings are better than mine. What was the first thing? The old woman shouted, stop! And did he stop? No. Then he met her. That's definitely a cow. And what did he shout? And did he stop? Mm-mm. Then he met her. It's definitely a horse. Don't know what I'm about. And what did he shout? Stop! And did he stop? Mm-mm. That gingerbread man kept on running. Wow, what amazing drawings from me. I hope your drawings are a little bit better than that. Let's carry on, shall we? So we've done the beginning, we've done the middle. So what's the last part of a story? It's the ending. What happens in the ending of a story? Do you think you could tell your grown-up? You remember what happens at the end? Did you get it? Need a little bit of help? At the end of the story, we find out how the problem is fixed. We might call it the resolution to the problem. So we're going to find out how that problem of that pesky gingerbread man running away, how that gets fixed. And we also find out if it's a happy ending. Yeah, okay. Let's listen then to the end of the story and find out that resolution, how the problem is fixed, and whether that ending's happy or not. Then he came to a river. Oh no! How will I get across? Jump on my back, said a sly fox. As he swam, the water got deeper. Jump on my shoulders, said the sly fox. As he swam, the water got deeper. Jump on my head, said the sly fox. As he swam, the water got deeper. Jump on my nose, said the sly fox. And snap, he gobbled him all up. Yum! And that was the end of the gingerbread man. The end. Go on then. Can you draw a picture of how that problem of the gingerbread man running away, how it got fixed? And can you draw a smiley or a sad face to tell me the ending? Go on then, off you go. Oh, I don't want to draw it. Oh my. Oh, once again, my drawing is fabulous. Oh dear. And is it a happy or sad ending? pause the video if you need more time. If not, uh-oh, how did the problem get fixed? Yeah, you got it. That pesky fox gobbled him all up. And did you think the ending of that story was happy or sad? I thought it was a bit sad, really. It made me feel a bit sad. It was definitely a sad ending for the gingerbread man. And it was definitely a sad ending for the old man and the old woman, because they didn't get to eat him either. In fact, there was only one person who I would say that this was a happy ending. Do you think you can figure it out which character I'm thinking of who actually had a happy ending to the story? Definitely wasn't the gingerbread man. I hope you've had fun doing your story map, and I'm pretty sure you're getting really, really good at these. Make sure you draw your pictures really nicely. You can add in some words if you want to, or some speech bubbles. And don't forget to send us a photo and upload it onto Class Dojo so we can see how much of the story you can remember. Okay, lovely. I can't wait to see what you get up to. See you soon. Bye.